survived the tornado, which is great. We now have 2 more fields that need harvesting, including, of course, the main attraction, the one I've been looking forward to, our lovely big carrot field. Now, I don't think I've got the money to even rent the what I want to rent yet. No, so I'm going to need to make some money before I can even do the lease. So what I'm going to do, not the harvester, is offload the fertilizer off that flatbed and basically go down to the sawmill, sell all the wood. Ah, you're back. Yeah, our second tornado, and as you saw, it luckily completely avoided anything to do with our farm. And this fertilizer can just go, you know where we store fertilizer? In a case of loading it up, taking all the wood. Now the wood beams, I'm hoping the... Get me out there, good. I might just set the harvest off doing the canola. I wanna... If I know it's the wheat, sorry, and the thing is, if I can get that done... Shit, that's more bales. I keep forgetting just how many sodding bales we're gonna have. Yes, that's all that long. Obviously, I have got the stone production, the cement factory working, but I don't think I need any more of that, so I don't want to use. I don't need to go there. But here we go. Put that there. Oh. Here's your back. You can actually take over what he was doing. I'm going to just set the AI off doing the wheat harvest. Might as well leave the front weight on it. To be honest, it's not going to harm it. I've got a good amount of stuff in our silo. I will use English at some point. So that's field 2. So field 2 and main farm silo is the ones I need. In base. And I'm going to have to send you over to field 2 as well. This field 2, is there no field 1 on this map? I guess... Is this... Oh, that's classed as farmyard 1 and there isn't a field on it, so that's why. I say, I'm going to do the root crop harvest. I'm going to set the AI doing this. Just make sure if I set him off that he's set to top swath. I'm going to check there, make sure he's going to drop straw. Straw swath activated, good. Go there. While he's doing that, I'll get us out of this hole like it dug us into. I also saw an interesting used vehicle there, was it a McCormick, which is a nice big tractor actually. Yeah, can't quite afford it just yet. Tractor's in position. I'll always send you to the sawmill, try to get you going while I figure this out. Then once we get a chance, we'll rent the grain mill and move all that stuff over. If there's any decent like AI contracts, I can just set the other one too. Nothing of interest there. I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's a grass field. If you got the contract to mow field 84, then it's a bit of a cheat and just see what happens. Okay, that's broke the contract. It does happen every time it breaks the contract. You're not going to try and go over the thing, are you? Yeah, I'll drive because I don't trust the AI to not drown my tractor. Yeah, he's coming over. He's making a start. I'm going to get on with that myself later. Okay, so that field's going to need fertilizing. Yeah, it's down to 1 layer. And then these 2 are going to need ripping, as is 10, as is 2. We have a lot of that to do. But then that'll get us ready. Start planning next year's harvest. Now, I'm not sure. I don't want to do root crops on here. I want to try and, while it's not a game essential, I like the idea of doing like a bit of crop rotation. So maybe we put root crops on this lot. Like I had joked about it, it's a massive root crop. I'm worried we'd actually make more than the canning. I don't really have a way of storing them. You can use the grain elevator to be. I think you pay for it. But basically, I don't want to end up producing way more than the canning factory can hold, which I think leaves 12 million litres or 240,000, something like that. So from here, yeah, it's kind of like an awkward one. You can't go there. I've done this loads of times. I should know it, but I still manage to forget. I suppose I could get the Steyr to actually go and rip field 10, so I'm not going to have to bail that. At least then he's getting a little bit. We're getting 1 step ahead. I think the only thing I'd be able to plant right now is canola, and I have no need to plant anymore, so I'm not worried about that. But if it means this guy's not ready by the time I'm ready to bail, I'll just use the Massey. I wonder how much of that land I own, because if I own quite a bit of that, if I own right up to the train tracks, I think I do. I'd be tempted to like clear the trees out and just extend that field as much as possible. I bet he's met the freaking tractor. The other good thing is, by the way, folks, the reason I do this is because if you plough, which this class is as ploughing, you shouldn't have to use. It should prevent weeds. Just double check. Do I own? Yes, I own right up. So I could, in theory, take all those trees out, extend this field, and run it right along the berm. It's very tempting to do. Yeah, I knew it'd be him. I don't think you should be ready now. Yep, you are. I should just set him off on auto drive again, shouldn't I? Get him going to the sawmill. Plus, if I got him driving to the sawmill, I could save the AI cost and I could do this. Yeah, so he's going to do stones, which we've got a choice. We can either pick them or we can just roll them in. Probably just roll them in for now. I ain't got a stone picker yet, and there isn't really anything. I mean, that's all like that. If I was doing different playstyles, something like that could be brilliant, but it's not gonna be any good. I'm trying to go the other way. Like I said, that would be brilliant for us. That would be brilliant for this farm. I actually really like it in that colour. I know the purists out there will be shouting at me, but I really don't mind that. I mean, that 170,000. If I thought we could get near there, I'd be tempted, but I'm pretty sure we won't be able to. Oh, I missed a line here. Don't go missing bits. That's profit in those bits. There we go. Wow, you're getting a lot off this field. Glad to see. Right, so we'll get onto these sawmills. Say the Now, surprised when the museum took the beams last time, so I'll take them those as well. If they take the lot, amazing. If they don't, then what they don't, I can sell elsewhere, either the warehouse or the. I want to start supplying the playground, get that build up. As I said a few episodes ago, the rope maker is quite high on my priority. I want to try and get that going. Obviously, I want the sheep for that. Okay, this has gone way more than I expected. Shitting hell. Yeah, this was not what I expected to find here at all. I'm going to have to try and do this with a bit of cleverness, really, because I don't want to... I know cleverness for me is difficult, folks, don't panic. Looks like he's literally just full. There is not any extras waiting, but it was generally at like the last thing that he could spawn. He's really impressive, really happy about. Obviously that's a lot of money for us. Just catching the edge of that, good. I might just come down here with a tipper at some point, offload all these into a tipper just to... I suppose then is that tipper stuck with them until we sell them, which I do seem to remember was... If I remember right, this map is... Where I got confused on Bhutan Pantai, you have to offload them into a trailer. You can't tell the pallets. I guess that's... Wow, you saw there, folks, that definitely hadn't strapped that, had it? You've... No doubt you saw on mine and Chris's multiplayer series that was going out where we had issues with something which had to be sold in pallets, which we had so much of, we would have probably caused the server, maybe the company who owned the server, a meltdown trying to do it. I will not say any more than that, just in case the episode hasn't aired yet. I think it will have. That's definitely got hold of everything, yeah. Just in case it hasn't, I'll leave it there. Spoiler alert, I do apologise. I had to think sometimes of like where we're up to and where it's going to be out on display. Oh, one's fallen off. Lovely. Aye. This is not what I expected to be doing here. I expected to go in, pick up about half a dozen, something like that, and then just rock on. Not have like both lanes full. See, that wasn't strapped down. So you got to jump back in now and do that. And then it sort of attaches them. I don't expect the museum to take all of this, I must admit. The more I look at it, the more I think he's not going to take it all. We're going to end up having to take some to somewhere else. But it should be a great payday. In which case I might swing back around by the playground maker and just see what they'll take. So if they'll take a good chunk of this, then that'll be excellent. I'm going to need an Arctic at this rate to keep up with this place. Yeah. Don't know why I'm doing that, because I'm pretty sure it's making a all difference, but it feels better in my head to know I've done it. You can see that wasn't attached, that was moving around, which when farm sim straps are on, that shouldn't move like that. Makes me really nervous about hauling them this tall, because if it all falls off, I'm doing all of this again to put them back. Really don't want to be doing. I'll leave the wood chips for now, just because I can't be bothered. We have more pressing things to get on with. Oh, I've got one more of each, that's nice. Didn't say I activated wood beam because I didn't think this thing needed any more of them. I think if I remember right now, I deactivated. I had just planks long because that's what it said it was needing most when it saw. I moved into just making that. Try and get through that quickly. There we are, that's everything. Jesus H. Nice, actually it's all attached. 11 and 7, yeah, that's about right. Might see what the museum wants. There's got to be 100 grand here, aren't there? Which is, like I say, enough to rent the machine and get us well on the way. He's working through the wood now. Look at this bit of land here. This just seems like such a wasted piece of land. And I get that you wouldn't be able to, but you could sort of plough around that, leave that in the middle. It's like a bit of an island. The rest of that land would probably be great farmland. I'd love to do that. I'm thinking way in the future there, do it because that field. What's that field cost? Nearly $500,000. Well, at least he didn't pull in front of me and jam the brakes on like they normally do. That's a definite improvement. Checking on how they're all getting on. They all seem happy. Meanwhile, we're on this road that we've driven a million times before. One of these I'll rent the harvester. I'll probably just send this back to the farm, rent the carrot harvester, and then we'll get on with that. Yeah, first big job of the day. I haven't checked what's at the cement factory, because none of that now is needed here. That's all just going to wherever will give me the best price for it. Oh, that was good. That was good. 140 grand. As near as damn it. Let's send you out to the main shed. Oh, you've just finished that. It's like perfect timing. So do I do the harvest? No, I'll do the harvest first, then we'll do the baling. Because once I've done the harvest, there'll be no baling on the carrot field, so this guy can get on and rip that. I can't actually be doing the baling. No, the massive person will be back. How are my animals doing? I haven't checked on them today. Cow Barn XL, you're alright. You guys are a little down. Probably once again, I'll just feed you a silage bale on my way past. Ah, no, this is the money to buy the wrapper. So at least once we've done this, we can wrap either this episode or early next. It's also could be the money for the cows, you know, for some sheep, you know. Really could be the opportunity to get myself, you know, 10, 20. I'll probably get adults, then release straight into production. If I got 22, then they'd reproduce and fill the barn. Ideas. Right, so anyway, so park that there. Park this up here. Into here we go. This is the guy we want. Go for that. The rest of it I can leave as it is. 18 grand to lease. And then I need one for carrots, unrealistic. 10 meter with guides. Lease. A grand. The sulky's still here. I always remember that this thing spawns them way too close to the hedge. Way too close to the building. I'm hoping with that unrealistic 250,000 it'll all go in one. And because then what I might just do is just drive this thing up to the canning factory, rent it, and then throw it all in. If I've got more than the canning factory will take, then I'll just sell the overstock. I don't think I should have. I don't think this field will give me enough for that. I said the other two together might. 6 and 7. Or do I commit? I'm going to commit and buy the wrapper, I think. That way it forces me into doing it. I'm going to buy the time one, even though I'm not going to use it in unrealistic settings. That's the one I'll get just because it'll be the easiest one. It's the cheapest one that will also do square bales, as we have a square baler. I'm not buying round just to do silage bales. Definitely. Obviously, once we've done all them bales, we'll then need to wait for them to ferment. Right, so here we are. Hearing assist, thank you. But what I'm going to do is, like I said, into here. You. Beacon lights, yeah, I'll have beacons on it. And camouflage, it's been it's cool. All there. License plate, I'll have the driver's plate on it. So that's costing us a little bit extra. I see, whichever rain wrap we get costs us money, but that's that bolt. Meanwhile, I'm gonna get on with this. No, it's not that I want to pull, it's that I want to unfold. Here goes nothing. We'll see you shortly. Well, Jesus, folks, this has really surprised me. I did not expect this carrot field to yield this well. I thought we might just get enough to fill the canning factory. As you can see, I've already sent 200, which I've sent to the canning factory more than it can take by 10,000 litres. And we're going to have possibly another 100k on top of that. Which, I don't know if there's another production we can feed it into. I just have to sell them. That's why I ended up renting the high cap trailer. I am also going to check see if there's any contracts that this thing can do while I've got it, just to offset its rental fee a little bit. But that is an insane quantity. That just shows if I do what I said and I do those other two fields with this next time, man, we're going to end up. I'm going to basically flood the system. I can always go and drop this at the. What I can do is go and drop this at the grain place. What's it called? That there. Grain silo. It will store it for me. I think you can pay a little fee, but it's not a lot. And I can feed it to the canning factory as and when the canning factory runs out of the ones it's already got. But that's over 100,000 litres more. That is nuts. You're going to need to wait here now. If there's any contracts. I mean, yeah, but none of them are particularly big, so it's like them isn't like a really there's nobody doing like a really big field of carrots or something. What's that really bright green up there? That's not canola. What's spinach? No, nobody has this time. That's a shame. Excuse me. You two are getting on well. You need to go and unload. What I might as well do is I'm going to start the baling. It seems we're going to have to wait for the masses to come back while I figure and I do have to think about what I'm going to do with the carrots. I'm going to bale the silage grass first. So what's going to be the best carrots? They won't appear on there because there's none in storage. If we wait till December, we get a much better price. I would say much better. We're not a million miles away now. A couple of these. But I think I might just chuck it in the storage for now. Because like I say, I can either wait for a good price and shift it, or I can, like, over time, feed more and more into the canning factory and just keep that topped up. Gets himself up there. He'll maybe send the Deutsch on that because of speed, but I don't always end up with the right tractor in the right place, unfortunately. This is set to 220 centimeter yet, which means I am going to be able to wrap them. I love this, just being able to sit between two swaths and just grab them both at the same time. I have to swing out and grab, because the AI for some reason decided to start all the way over there. I might come back and grab them with a later flight loop. As you can see by doing that, look how quickly it fills. I mean, these bells aren't small, I'll say that. 220 is a decent size, but it's getting through them. First one popped out. And what I think last time we got about 14, didn't we, when we mixed hay and straw. Now, hopefully we'll get something similar to that again off this video. Should give us... Can I get both of these at once? It looks like I might just be able to. Yes. Pretty much on the edges of what it can do, but it's managing it. You got to watch it as well. Sometimes if you can be really greedy if you got the big one and try and get 3 swaths. The problem is, I think it overloads the pickup. Why is that just giving me the money? I rented the friggin' thing. I hit no. I'm an idiot. We've made 100 grand, but I'm an idiot. Oh well. We're still gonna put that 100,000 litres in and we'll still do that, but yeah, I probably just cost myself a good chunk of money there. Although still, 200 grand in the bank, that's gonna give us a chance to definitely give it a sheep board, let's put it that way. If I get 22 adult sheep and put them in, that's the pen half full, and then they'll breed in the rest. That's when he gets back, I'll reload him with... He can take what we're actually going to produce. Was that actually even like the best price? On it? No, it was pretty much the lowest price I could have sold them for. I am... Why do I always manage to do daft things like that, folks? I always seem to get the... It's just me that gets these things wrong. I'm gonna clip that tree. See what I mean? I have to swing it now, let's just do that. I hate it when I make silly mistakes like that, because I know it... While it probably isn't that big a deal, it's probably in the long term... Ah, wait, look, what is that? Namaslow, whatever it says. Cultivator. Don't need one, got a good one. Waiting for him to get back. Hopefully them guys over there are nearly done and then we'll be able to return the harvester because there isn't any contracts worth doing. Well, it's not using twine unless he only uses twine on specific bales. Doesn't seem to be using any of those little squares at all. How many bales we at? Oh, we're at 10 already, that's a good sign. I will obviously unload the part 1 as well. And I'll probably wrap these in the field. Just because that way we know we can just go and pile them up. Then, because once they're wrapped, I'm pretty sure they're not going to get affected by the weather. I'll be able to just pile them up next to the feed mixer. I'll feed some into it first. Well, once they're fermented, that is. But I'll pile them up next to the feed mixer, then we know to feed them in as and when we need to. That 9S is taking his sweet ass time getting back, isn't it? I'm obviously paying him by the goddamn hour. That's gonna be all our fields harvested. Then there's gonna be a lot of ripping to do. That one's been done, but there's all the other fields are gonna need ripping up. I might as well go down and start me. What's he that since he's not back? That's 16 I got off here. Hold him in before he gets stuck. Why does he feel like you work? Ah, that's good timing, so you've finished. What then I want to do is actually you. And once you've done that, let's just kick back to the main base. You're gonna complain that there's not a harvester for that, I get that, but just see it, I don't want you coming back out to the field because I need you to. So now it's the mass baling exercise. That's that same red car, isn't it? Has to be. Asshole. What's it then? We've got a lot of ripping. I'm gonna cause my other mass here problem. Away from it. Park. This is now done with fleet. I'll park this over here. Make sure nobody ever tries to get over here. Yeah, he comes through there, so might as well jump into him and get him to. So once he's offloaded, I can return that. Let's say one last check. No, doesn't appear to be anything of interest. Oh, I'm a mile off. Right, so you're now going to go to the canning factory. Meanwhile, I'm going to return the and you. I'll return the trailer he's pulling. If he does it right, he just skims along and doesn't he? So while I'm over here, for all the money, I'm going to actually get a variety. I'm going to get 11 of these. Once. I'm going to get 11 Blackwell's Mountain. And now I need to figure out, I really need to figure out where the food goes. Where do you put the food? I cannot see a trigger point anywhere unless it's on the front here. Unless it's here. No, they're not. Hang on, that's not a full. That's been left outside. Unless you have to dump loose grass into it? Does this barn not take bales? I think we've got meadow for now, so I think we're gonna be alright. I think I may have to, like, dip these bales up. That to me looks like a pour loose stuff in. I've also said about nothing's gonna come here and get in the way of that. Holy guacamole. I'll put him in the shed. Or even just on this bit of grass here, where I'll usually keep. You're done, that's good. Yeah, I'm going to take you down and do some more baling. I've got more baling to do. 16 off there, awesome. I've got a whole lot of straw to bale. So while they're getting on with those things, I'll get on with this. I'll catch you shortly. Seems to be a full-time job just running around collecting the bales out of the way, doesn't it? Right, we're getting great move off this. I'm going up with another double header episode here in 1 month because I need to figure out what I do with them. I'm going to test something. I'm going to put a small amount of grass in a trailer and see if it'll do that. Then I know. I think I have a plan that'll make that work. Because there is like a bale shredder, which if it'll do grass bales, I'm sure it will. We can use that to shred the bales and chuck them in a trailer. And then for future reference, I'm probably going to need a forager then, aren't I? Forage harvester. Get the sheep fed, which is annoying, but that's what it is. That's what it is. I assume the Massey's back. I want to double check before I sell that trailer just in case. But if he is now, so I need to get rid of that trailer, and I also need to start the production. I'm generally annoyed at that, but it happens. Could be worse. Still got a bit into production. I don't think, while we could have made more money, I don't think we made terrible money. You know what, I'm going to bother grabbing the last little bits and pieces, it just doesn't seem worth it. Are you stuck by the harvester again? Right, so before we do that, Alexis, you can be my test pilot. Are you folded up? No, not quite. Well, the part 1, and send you over to field 2. We still need to do that field today. Right, so let's... Oh, so let's break. So this field's going to be almost ready. We don't think we're quite... I all we can plant now is canola, which is not what I want. Obviously next month we can then do all the root crops. Next 2 months. That was the end of the trailer. If I heard him coming, wasn't it? I don't get you for 1 o'clock and he'll be open again. Now what's the weather giving? Because my... Yeah, it's dry all... So I'll see tomorrow, so that's good. Cause next episode is still going to be in today, like I say, but we're going to... Hi truck! We'll obviously get the grass bales here wrapped. We'll also wrap the ones that are in the shed. That'll give us a decent crop of silage bales. We'll then collect all the straw bales, put them in the shed, along with the massive pile that's already there. And I think I'm going to have to make a mental note of whenever the best price is for straw. January, we're going to have to go and just do a massive sale because we don't need that many clogging the place up. Come on, take over 1 o'clock. Yeah, you want to. Right then, so we got... I'll leave you under animals, won't it? Nope, they all only appear to do... Oh no, that one's corn. So, is there any way I can rip apart a grass bale? Just browsing Reddit on my phone, bear with me a second. Yep, so I'm stuck. I'm gonna have to change that pen, so I'm gonna do that off air. I'm gonna have to change it to a different sheep pen. This means taking the sheep out, selling the sheep. Oh, well done, you muppet. The next time you join me, folks, we're gonna have a different sheep pen, one that will accept bales. I'll sort out, make sure the money lines up. It's just one of those things. It's annoying, but it happens. Oh yeah, that's gonna be the Deutsch being blocked by that trailer, I bet. We'll leave this here, because we're gonna... How did I guess? Well, actually I can return that trailer now, because I know that trailer's now no longer what I need. Get the carrots off, because he's got them. Story, yeah. That back. You're still ongoing, you're still ongoing, everyone's still good. You need silage. What I can do, since you're here, is I'll put you onto the wrapper. And all that will be waiting for us next episode, folks. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been great as always. We're getting a real lot done and I'm really enjoying it and I hope it's coming over well. Feel free to check out. There's a lot of great content on the channel that you really want to check out. I know you're going to love. Like, subscribe, comment, and we shall see you in the next one. Goodbye.